check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products, from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, man. It's being reported that Leo Santa Cruz has called out Gervonta Tank Davis and says that he wants to fight Gervonta Tank Davis on the newly, freshly opened date of September 14th, was the Mexican Independence Day holiday that was vacated by Canelo for whatever reason it was. And he wants to fight Gervonta Tank Davis on September 14th. And he's called out about it. But let's talk about it. We back. Goodfellow Sports TV. Appreciate the love, support. Keep sharing the videos. And we're going to keep putting them down. So, man. So Lance Prugmeyer talked to Santa Cruz, and I linked that source in the description under source link, the article or the little tweet, so you guys can know that it's real. And, you know, the first thing I'm going to say is this, all right? Well, I mean, I look at Gervonta Tank Davis as a more dangerous fight for Leo Santa Cruz with the move up in weight, him being the heavy puncher, and the entire nine. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand the fear he has for Gary Russell. I don't understand that. Why does he refuse to fight Gary Russell? First he said, I'm ready, or I'm not ducking him. I got the tune-up. I'm going to do another tune-up, and this and that. Like, what is his fear in Gary? What did Gary Russell do to him in that amateur fight that has him petrified of Gary Russell? And I look at Gary Russell, he's a finely tuned athlete, like the Water Boy say. He's a really good fighter, fast hands. But I see a guy that can be beat. I see that JoJo Diaz, had a good outing versus him. I seen Lomachenko beat him, and I picked Lomachenko to beat him years ago in that fight, and people ridiculed me on that or had some backlash, right? But what did Gary Russell do? Did Gary Russell commit a murder in the ring? Did Gary Russell hit him with some type of punch that just knocked the courage out of him? Knocked the heart out of him? He the 10-man / the Cowardly Lion? I just don't understand. What is the fear of Gary Russell? I know he was a tremendous amateur, man, and he was a top dog in the amateur, but why wouldn't you want to get the WBC belt? That Mexican belt at 126 with a Super WBA belt, you should be feeling like Superman, but instead Santa Cruz wants to jump up and weight and fight Tank Davis. Tank Davis that can punch. And maybe he look at Gervonta Tank Davis as being green. And maybe not being that good. And maybe he can outbox him and all that. He can get the piss beat out of him. I believe he got a better chance to beat Gary Russell at 126. I'm not saying that Gary Russell ain't the fighter that Tank is, but styles make matches. Styles make matchups. I feel that Gervonta Tank Davis is going to hurt him in a serious way. He don't have the power to keep him off. I don't think he's a good enough boxer to outbox Gervonta Tank Davis. In my opinion, he can box, but he can't deal with that Asiatic black man movement, the perpetual movement. But hey, it's his prerogative, and I'm down for it then. I feel bad for Gary Russell, but it is what it is. And Gervonta Tank Davis already said on Twitter that he down for that, and he's fighting Ricardo Nunes, who I don't think fought outside of Argentina, if my memory serves me correctly. Okay? Next Saturday, the undercard ain't looking bad. Shout out to Ladarius Memphis Miller, TMT fighter. He fighting Jerzel Corrales. I think that's a really good fight for him. Roman Martinez is fighting Gamboa. That's a really good fight for him. And obviously Tank is headlining in Baltimore. So, that's July 27th. So he wants Tank to come back in around, possibly, I'm thinking about 6 weeks, and fight him on September 14th. I presume that's going to have to be on regular Fox. Maybe they get a date, Showtime. Because for whatever reason, Gervonta ain't allowed to fight off of Showtime. I think that's because of the relationship with Mayweather and Stephen Espinoza over there at Showtime. But I think if they put this card on Fox, it ain't nothing the Zone can do. They can put Jaime all they want to. They can put Jaime on there all they want to. But Gervonta Davis and Leo Santa Cruz on Fox, maybe it'll work. I think that's a quick turnaround, and somebody voiced their concerns in the comment section. They brought it up, and I told them I was going to wait to talk about it live. Talk about it on in the video format. And they said, well, I don't think Tank can, fight and stay at that in shape or at that weight for that long. He can't get out of this fight and then go back into a camp and maintain his weight. Not big to differ. I think you might see the best Tank yet, as long as he don't suffer a cut like Santa Cruz say or injury. He go out there and get one of those first and second round knockouts. He maybe take a week off, and do some light training for a week. All he really needs is a 4 or 5 week camp. He can start training a month out. And as long as he keep his, hard training, he just stay in shape, do strength conditioning, for 2 weeks, and last 4 weeks they do a nice little camp and build it back up. But he ain't trying to fight Gary Russell. Gary Russell available for September 14th. He last fought in May. Why you ain't calling him out? See, Santa Cruz trying to get an advantage over Gervonta. He trying to get an advantage where his advantage is that I'll get him on a short notice, on a short turnaround. Maybe I can beat him. I already see his kind. He ain't messing with no greenie here, but I think it might backfire because if Gervonta don't suffer no cuts, no injuries or nothing like that, and you get a in shape Gervonta Tank Davis going from one fight to another fight camp, he gonna be in great shape. He gonna stay in shape. Watch what I tell you. He gonna be in tremendous shape. He young. He can do that back to back. He gonna be real sharp versus Leo Santa Cruz. He gonna be real in shape. He gonna have a lot of energy, and that might be a bad thing. Him thinking he trying to get advantage, but letting Tank go from one camp to another camp and staying in shape, and usually Gervonta don't train in between camps. He said he only train when the time comes. So he training from one fight camp to another fight camp, and his third fight of the year, he gonna be sharp as hell. He might as well go ahead and squeeze 4 in and try to get Tevin in December. I know Tevin trying to get that belt to JoJo Diaz, because that's what's gonna happen. JoJo Diaz will beat the shit out of Tevin Farmer. But I'm moving on from the Tevin Farmer thing. He ran over to the zone to get his money. I ain't mad at him. He don't want to smoke. But Leo Santa Cruz, I don't know what Gary Russell did to him. I don't know what he told him on the phone. I don't know what happened if they crossed paths, but it's a fear. He's scared of that man. He scared him because that man last fought in May. Him and Gary Russell and Santa Cruz could fight on Fox on September 14th. But you see, he ain't saying his name. Oh, first, I want to fight him, and I want to fight him. I want to fight him. I could do what JoJo did, and I want to fight him. And all of a sudden, now it's facing an opportunity. He could put pen to paper. He can use this opportunity to fight him on September 14th. He ain't uttered his name. I respect that coward. I don't care nothing about what his family went through, all that, and his father's health. I'm glad that I don't care about it, though. They the most cowardly thing going in boxing. They led the cowardly movement to duck Guillermo Rigondeaux. They didn't get in trouble for it. The sanctioning belt bodies bagged them to duck Rigondeaux. They stripped Rigondeaux, and what they did to Rigondeaux was criminal in the boxing world. They did the same thing to Gary Russell. In history, they're going to try to act like he was this great champion. He's a fraud. He's a fraud. He's a fraud. He's a fraud. He's the most, fishy vagina-smelling boxer I ever seen. He ain't never fought nobody for a title. He beat bum old Carl Frampton, who got dropped several times his pro debut. His U.S. debut. He ain't nothing. He didn't fight nobody. He couldn't crack an egg. He wasn't exciting. All he do is throw a ton of punches. He beat Abner Mares twice. He won a cookie. Couldn't stop him. And couldn't do nothing. He is the most cowardly fighter in this era, bar none. And he get away with it because he Hispanic. He Mexican. I hope Gervonta retire him. I hope it's like Biggie Beef. Guaranteed to be in ICU and ICU. Hope he knock him and put him put him in a stretcher. He's a coward. He's a clown. He's a punani. He's the most overrated fighter of this era. Bar none. Worst fighter of the decade, worst champion of the decade, overrated. Punk can't crack an egg. Last time he got a knockout, I don't know when. He's a coward. But I hope Gervonta Tank Davis in his career. Real talk. We back though. Hopefully, we come back with another video. Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Share the videos. All my social media links and contact links in the description. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow Unboxing, get you 18% off the 100% all next products. Lotion, soaps, foot soaps, bath bomb, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pomade, much more. Website, promo code description.